Hello, my friends. Happy Tuesday and welcome to Ignite Your Wow. I'm Kellen Ann and I'm your host. Today we have another amazing guest that will wow you. But first, let's talk about some of our housekeeping. We have two sponsors today. The first one is Blue Sky Video Productions. Blue Sky Video Productions is Bruce Himmelblau. He is a live stream producer and a YouTube strategist. He can help your lives be like this or better. Bruce, I forgot to ask you, do you have a tip for us today?
Sure. It's basically running back to that our page, which is called bsvp.com/resource. It's full of resources from how to go live to how to do video messaging to your clients, and a lot of other tips and equipment. If you're looking for looking good, sounding good, and coming out as professional on camera, because I've seen a lot of people come out as non-professional on camera. And so check out our page, bsvp.com/resource, for a lot of resources.
Thanks, Bruce.
And who else are we sponsored by?
Cards That Wow. That's me. If you want to bring back the art of handwritten note, I'm the person to help you out, and I can help you stand out. My cards actually, when people open them, here's a sample. They actually say wow. So if you want to be remembered and bring your brand to the next level, give me a call and let's set up an appointment to talk about your wow. So today, fun stuff. I have a person, I met him on Clubhouse, but he is a friend of a good friend from my Megamind group, Alan Barres, and he introduced us in a Clubhouse room. I think that's where it was. So Tom Antion is a business consultant. He's a public speaker, and he has this really cool podcast called Screw the Commute, which he asked me to be on, and I was so honored, and I was so excited to do that. He has written books, but we're going to talk about everything. Let's bring on Tom.
I got ignited right there.
Huh?
I got ignited.
There
was a big thing that said, "You're ignited, man."
Yeah, that's my job.
Yeah, so I am ignited. It's 90 degrees here today in Virginia Beach, the warmest day of the year so far. So we're going to be hot today. I see the fire burning above the wow there.
Yeah. So thank you so much for being here today. I had so much fun when you interviewed me. Had no idea what I was doing, but you were gentle and kind.
You did great. You did
held
great.
my hand through the whole thing. So I really appreciate that. I was going to surprise you, but you already know the surprise. I was going to bring on one of your longtime friends, Alan Barres, where he's going to share a little bit about you, I think.
Uh-oh.
Unless he left. I don't know. There he is.
Hi, Kellen. Hi, Tom.
Hey, Alan. What's up, man?
Oh, I'm doing well. And I just wanted to share before people, hear some stories from you that you've been doing this a long time. And when I say a long time, I still have this resource collection, which for people that don't know what this is, I'll explain it. These are called VHS tapes.
They still don't know what that is.
Yeah. These are what we used to do before CDs and DVDs. Okay. So you put this in a video cassette recorder and you play it. And if you want to watch it again, you rewind it and watch it again. But Tom, this was one of the first things I ever bought from Tom. And after that, we became friends, and we've been friends now for a couple decades. We've even taught together and been places together. I've been to his retreat center a couple times there in Virginia Beach, and an awesome place to visit and an awesome place to learn a lot about internet marketing, speaking. And the one thing is, Tom was using VHS tapes when he did this way back when. It has always amazed me how Tom stays on top of what's going on. Him and his team are always on top of stuff and updating his clients and people that learn from him with the new things and letting them know the old things that maybe not working as good. So, Tom, I just want to publicly say thank you for all that you've taught me throughout the years and for the friendship that we've enjoyed for so long, too.
Well, I thank you so much. I'm just glad you didn't pull up a a stone scroll that I started out on like before. And I will tell you, folks, there's one of the few people in the world I'd trust my life to, and there he is, right on the screen there. So,
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
Oh yeah, Kellen. Yeah, it's Kellen. Yeah. So, thrilled that you stopped by, and we're gonna rock this audience for Kellen.
We sure are.
Sounds good. I'll let you guys take it away. And
I have one question for you, Alan. What is the most important thing you've learned from Tom?
I think the thing that's helped me the most is, I have hundreds and hundreds of videos out on YouTube, and that was directly related to Tom. He is the one that got me out there doing YouTube videos. So that's one of many things, but that was a big one because I'm still doing YouTube videos constantly, and Tom's the one that started me on that journey way back when too.
Cool. Thank you so much. Well, thanks for popping by.
Thanks. You guys have a fantastic interview. I'll be watching from the other side.
From the other side. Oh, don't die from us.
Dark side.
And he's got the only fiction book I ever read in the past 35 years too. Yeah. So yeah, it's Lost Conscience.
So I don't think necessarily I wouldn't say that you keep up with the times, because I feel like you're ahead of the times.
Well, I'm not sure about that, Kellen, because I use what I call dull edge technology instead of cutting edge, because the cutting edge, they also call it the bleeding edge, is the reason it's called that is because you bleed money. That's the most trouble. It's the most glitches. So what I do is I let the geeks figure stuff out and then get all the bugs out, and then I swoop in and make money with it. I wasn't active on Facebook until they had, listen to this, 1 billion users, because I had been through the MySpace. Oh, it was the end all be all of everything. I don't know if you remember that, but so I stay back from the cutting edge a little bit, but I'm always looking forward to what's next, but I want to make sure it works before I use it or teach it to anybody.
I do that with the iPhone, Apple, the updates.
Yes.
I don't update it right away.
Same thing.
Great minds.
Yeah, I think alike. That's right.
So
wait a minute. I just got the mail in here. Look at it. And then I got UPS.
I mailed them twice. Well, you didn't get the first batch, so. Well, I hope you like those.
Oh, I love them. Yeah, they're gorgeous. Absolutely.
So, when did you write your first book?
Oh, geez, that was probably 1991, something like that. I don't know how many years that is. 27 years, 28 years.
You're not
30
that
years. 30 years. 30 years. Hear that?
Is that the sound of money?
Yeah, so my ringtone. Yeah, so one of my nicknames is the King of Kaching, because my email goes kaching when an order comes in.
I love it.
And so, and this brings up a good point I'd like everybody to know, is that I try to teach people to recruit young people. I call them geeks and propeller heads, to help them in their business because of all the technology. And so I'm thinking one day I'd like to have that ringtone on the phone. And I'm thinking, it'll take me all day to figure it out. I have no idea what to do. And so a young girl in the office came and took the phone. 10 minutes later, brought it back. It goes kaching. Do I know how she did it? No. Do I care? No. Does it go kaching? Yes, you just heard it. All right. So that's the kind of speed you can add to your operation if you get young people to handle technology for you. I had one young kid. He just sold his third startup for $340 million. By the way, I started him out in 1997. But he was a smart aleck little Russian kid. He would stand behind me and watch me work, and he'd be ready to explode. He said, I can't believe somebody making so much money is so stupid. Will you just click here? And he was always right. And so I let him abuse the heck out of me. And still to this day, I use some of the things he taught me in 1997. So what you want is the kid that's never going to get a date in their entire life. That's the one. That's the kid you want because
Right.
they love their computers.
That's me.
You had to have had a date because you got a beautiful young daughter. I think.
True.
At least a date. So anyway, dull edge technology. Wait till the bugs are out before you swoop in and make sure it works. And then get young people in your life. Even high school kids are thrilled to death. They're not flipping burgers and cutting grass. They love working with computers.
I hired my beautiful daughter.
That's good tax-wise too.
She makes my TikTok videos because I don't want to learn how to do that. And I guess they're called transitions. She has amazing transitions. And now my virtual assistant has hired her to make videos and things for her clients. It's right. The young, if you want something technical or cool or dulling edge, cutting edge, whatever, hire someone young. Because
exactly. We just shot a reel today that's just goofy as heck, but I brought over a video guy that's way younger, and we put it together, and it's already up on Instagram. So yeah, the young people accelerate things for you, because what happens is people fight with their computer all day long, and then they're too exhausted to sell and create products and services. So a young person will make you screamingly fast on the computer compared to what you are now, and they'll take a lot of stuff off your plate that it's not worth you learning in the first place.
That's when virtual assistant came in, and I social media, I'm a misfit with most technology, just in probably the few moments you've experienced with me. So she posts all my social media, all my Instagram.
Well,
Facebook.
you got that young Bruce guy helping you though.
I got him. Yeah.
You got that high school kid helping you.
Yeah. But it was frustrating because I was having to learn how to, the analytics and all that stuff. And I want to make cards and sell cards. I want to help people grow their business and stand out. And hiring her was the best thing I ever did. And so I can't wait to get my next.
Well, the only thing that I would warn against when people are like that is it's good to, as the principal of your company, to at least understand what's going on, because it's too easy to get ripped off. I hear people say, delegate everything. No, you'll delegate yourself into the poorhouse because people will see that you don't know what's going on. So they could take all day to do a 5-minute job. And how would you know? So it's good to understand a little bit about it.
Well, and she explains to me why she's doing something and how, and I don't really pay attention to how, but it's because I got so much going on in here.
Just pay attention to how long it should take if she's really conscientious, and how much it should cost you.
She's amazing. Best thing I've ever did. Best thing I've ever done. So you pranks for profit.
Yeah.
I love that title.
Well, that happened after 6 years in the nightclub business. I had the second biggest nightclub in the state of West Virginia. And I mean, we had one state police and one sheriff for 300 square miles. So it was total every man for himself. We were on a biker drug route between Uniontown, Pennsylvania and Fairmont, West Virginia. I was in 2 gunfights, knife fights, hundreds of. That's all I kind of got to know Alan a little bit, because we're both
from the knife fights.
Well, I never fought. I wouldn't want to fight with him, but he taught a brutal self-defense class with me that spawned out of that, all those bikers trying to kill me. So once I got out of that business, I thought, I'm going to do something fun for me and fun for whoever I'm dealing with. And so I was watching Candid Camera on here's another thing. You talk about VHS tapes. I was watching a black and white TV. I'll bet you've never even seen one.
I had one in my bedroom.
Okay. So I thought, Candid Camera, everybody loves it, but nobody can participate unless they live in California and get caught. Well, what's the chances of that? So I started a company called Prank Masters. We custom designed practical jokes. Ended up doing 4,000 of them in and around Washington, D.C. in 6 years. And not one person hit me with a beer ball. So that was the big thing of that.
That's great.
Yeah, this was long before Punk'd and Jackass and all those crazy things nowadays. Yeah. So and that led into my speaking career, which I already had a lot of business experience, but I wrote custom humor for 6 straight years. So I was pretty much a professional comedian. And so when I combined those in the speaking arena, then I was entertaining, but I still had lots of good stuff to impart. And so when you put those two together, then it really took off.
That's with Wake 'em Up, How to Use Humor.
Wake 'em Up is the classic book of the industry. It's been around for a long time. I still use the techniques today to really energize and entertain the people at the same time teaching them. Now, so it's not just humor. If you book yourself, by the way, if people are interested in being a pro speaker, if you just book yourself as an entertainer or a humorist, there's a business side of this. You're only 50% tax deductible to the organization for entertainment. But if you're a speaker that's funny, you're 100% tax deductible to the organization. So you can beat out the people that are just trying to be funny. Yeah, that's Antion.com. That's me, and that's at the Westin Hotel in Los Angeles in one of the small rooms. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just saying there's a fine line between humor and injecting it at the right place. Have you ever had a mishap, a humor mishap?
Oh, well, yeah. When I first started, since I'd come out of the entertainment business, I was doing humor in the workplace, which was a big topic in the early 90s. And so I was talking to this group about how you put fun things around your cubicle to make you feel better during the day, and pictures of your kids and grandchildren and stuff. So everybody's having a great time. I mean, so the whole place is laughing and having a good time. And so I walked over to this one lady and I said, hey, wouldn't it be nice to have pictures of your grandchildren hanging up on your cubicle? Whole place goes silent. All right.
No.
She's looking at me with daggers in her eyes. And I'm thinking, oh my God, they must have died or something, or been, bus accident. I'm going through all these things in my mind. And so I hurry up and move on to something else and finish. And I asked the meeting planner, what happened there when I went up to that one lady and asked her about her grandchildren. She said, she's only 35. So I learned, it kind of reminds me of that Dave Barry thing about women that are pregnant. He says, you don't even mention it unless you see the kid coming out.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. So you have so many things to offer people. I knock on your door. Tom, what can you do for Cards That Wow? What would you recommend?
Well, from the field of internet marketing, or getting you out on the speaking tour to promote.
How would it benefit? How would the card speaking benefit Cards That Wow?
Well, because if you were out there at a meeting at the National Organization of Women, and not being sexist, but that would be a perfect place for you, and did a presentation on how business people can have a personal touch and not use that other crazy service that's looks so impersonal, won't even mention it. And then you'd have a whole load of probably 100 clients in one shot. That's how it would help you.
I think a lot of people, I kind of knew that, but I just wanted to ask that, just because people think, oh, what's speaking going to do for me? Because I'm just this or that. So a lot of people, they have stories, they have all this other stuff, but you're talking, just talk about your passion and my passion in my profession. That's what you would recommend.
Well, it has to be structured more than that. See, a lot of people say, just talk about what you're into, and the money will come in, will come. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It says, speak from your heart. I mean, what are you going to do here? Thump, thump, thump. It's not going to make you any money. Right?
70 beats per minute.
Yeah. I mean, we had this one lady. So I was president of the National Capital Area Professional Speakers Association. We had this one lady wanted to be a pro speaker. And this is no exaggeration, not trying to be facetious. She wanted to talk about the consistency of your defecation and how it applied to your health. Okay. It's a real topic, but it's not that saleable. I can tell you that. All right. So you got to have something that's the best topic for you is something that you love, that you're credible at. but also it has to be saleable. They have to cross paths. All right. Or, or you're just talking to hear yourself talk. So this is where the business, see, to be successful in the professional speaking arena, you have to be great on stage. And I'm not talking about great where you're a reject from Toastmasters and or they at church they pat you on the back. Well, the church people don't eat their young, okay? At least in church. They wait till they get out of church. and I want you to be so great that you could be the last speaker on the stage in Las Vegas at a sales rally before the golf course. That's how great you got to be, because you have to be consistent when there's a lot of money on the table.
Right.
And then you have to have a topic that somebody wants to hear about. It has to be saleable. So, and the most things that are money are spent on for speakers are sales and customer service. Anything that brings money to the bottom line. So sales teams, reducing, like, let's say if you had a stress reduction talk, great, except nobody wants it unless it's for the sales team, because then the sales team brings money in. If they have less stress, they can reach more people and be more calm and make more sales. The whole corporate arena is kind of like caveman. It's like, oh, we make money. We have to make quarterly numbers. But I'll tell you, one of the best ways to break in of all, where you can do a lot of different topics, and I kind of created a whole course on this and teach people how to do it. I've done it over 100 times. Is speak at fundraisers, and these aren't fundraisers where it's a tuxedo and somebody else organized it, and you're just hoping that somebody sees you and likes your talk. No, this is where you create a seminar where on a topic somebody would like how to keep your kids off of drugs, how to help your kids be better in school, how to start your own business part-time, those kind of more broad topics. And you approach people that are raising funds, which everybody's raising funds, churches, civic groups, and everything. And you say, look, I got this thing. You sell the tickets to your members who love your organization already. I'll do the seminar, give them great value, and we'll split the money. I can't tell you how many playgrounds I built at churches and I saved an organization from going bankrupt from doing this type of thing. Wow. And so the competition is not there either. That all the pro speakers aren't hitting those people up, and they're not professional meeting planners. So you can make a lot of money this way and build a big database, because everybody that sees you speak, you get their email address, and then the next time you come out with a product, even if you're not in their city, a percentage of them will buy it. See, so it can really build into a full-time business, speaking at fundraisers. Awesome.
That's a great idea. Mm-hmm. You're full of them, aren't you?
I'm full of it. Yeah, most people say that. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't think you were going to say it here in front of public, but most people say it. To say he was full of it.
I just feel comfortable with you. That's all.
No, thanks.
So people listening who are maybe they're starting a new business. What if they were to contact you? What's the first thing that you would have? What would you suggest to them? Because so people are going to come to you and say, okay, I got a new business. How can you help me?
Well, I do get a lot of people coming that really need to make money fast. And I don't preach get rich quick stuff. All right. But when that happens so frequently, I had to come up with a method for people to make money fast. And I think you'll be surprised, and Bruce will probably be surprised at what I say, because I'm supposed to be Mr. Guru, big shot. It's eBay. eBay, you can make money tomorrow if you have a PayPal account and clean out your basement at the same time. And, I grew up very frugal. So I buy off the shopping apps like OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace and eBay. And so I bought this thing off of eBay and the guy was local. So I went to pick it up, and I come up, it's a beautiful home. He had a $500,000 motor home out front. Go in, he's dressed nicely and takes me down the hallway, and he says, let's go down to my shop. I was going to buy this tool down in his basement. So we're going down to his basement.
That's a serial killer story all the way.
Kellen, everything up to this point was normal. Okay. I get down in his basement and I look over in his basement, the laundry area. He's got hundreds hundreds of ladies' bras hanging from the rafters. So I'm thinking, oh man, he lures people in, kills them, and hangs their underwear up on the ceiling. I'm like, oh man. So I'm watching him like a hawk, and I buy the tool, and I'm talking to him, and everything's normal. And so we start heading out, and I say, hey, I got to ask you, what's all these bras hanging up here? And he lights up. He says, oh, man, my daughter goes to all the thrift stores. She knows all the sizes. She knows all the people. She buys them, cleans them up, fixes them up, and sells them on eBay. Oh, is that right? $200,000 a year she makes selling used bras on eBay. And I happen to have some, I've done some freelance work in this area of bras. And I helped my girlfriend. I took her to a custom bra boutique one time. It was like, I don't know, $300 for this custom bra. So there's monies in bras, but I thought, you know what? Probably not good for me to hang around the bra section of thrift stores. I don't know if I could do that one. But I had another lady from California, Lynn Drawley, is her name, and she was a single mom. And she would take $80 to $100 every Saturday to yard sales. And on eBay, if you look at the search bar, right to the right of the search bar, there's a little tiny thing that says advanced search. You click on it, and then you can see whatever you're searching for, how many auctions sold it in the last 90 days and how much it sold for. So she goes to the, let's say she saw a Tonka, one of those nice metal toy trucks, for $5 at the thrift store. She goes on her cell phone. It's selling for $50 on eBay. Boom, she buys it. If it was selling for $5 on eBay and $50 there at the yard sale, she wouldn't buy it. Mm-hmm. She was clearing $1,000 to $1,100 a week as a single mom, just one day a week, and then the rest of the time just putting the auctions up. So yeah, that's exactly it right there. If you click a little button there, or box, it says completed listings only or stuff like that. So it'll tell you how much they sold for. And that's a way that, like, overnight you can be making money with eBay. And like I said, I don't concentrate on eBay. I'm just saying, if you need to make money fast, there's plenty of ways to do it, even without websites.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's the best way to get rid of an inherited corgi collection, huh?
I got a big Elvis painting over there too.
Is it on velvet?
I think it is. Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah. So there's lots of ways to do it, even without websites, to make money. And I could think of one way for you to make a cafe press store and take all your beautiful designs, and they could be on T-shirts and everything. And you have no inventory, no nothing. You make the store for free, and there's over 1 million products that your graphic could be on. But it doesn't exist. It's print on demand for all this other stuff, like the tote bags and T-shirts and onesies for babies and everything you can think of. Yeah.
Oh, cool. See, I got a free ID, everybody.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Okay. You said something very curious to me when we were speaking before the show. And
sometimes it's synonymous with stupid.
No.
No.
It made me think.
Okay, good.
It made me ponder. Well, no, you said that I was telling you how you had made a comment on my website that one of my links didn't work, and I went there and I fixed it, and then I realized, this isn't really, it's not engaging, it's not making any money. So I just had a meeting this morning with my designers, and then you said, what do most people do?
They call me up and say, Tom, I'm redoing my website. And so that's what they say. But after doing this, what's that? Yeah.
Now tell us what you hear.
What I hear after critiquing over 10,000 websites in 23 years since I've been teaching this stuff, I hear they're going to take a crappy, non-performing website with no visitors and no sales and turn it in to another crappy, non-performing website with no visitors and no sales that just looks different. So you got to, I just interviewed a guy on my podcast he's got a book called Holistic Website. So it's basically, you got to look at the whole picture. You got to work in the social media now, which is a necessary evil. It's got to be worked into it. Your conversion process, your readability, your usability, your fonts, your color scheme, your ease of checkout. I mean, all of these things apply to it, not just looking different, and it has to be responsive, which means it has to look good on a cell phone and tablet too. So there's just all these things, and it's easy to make a website, but to make it make money is a different story.
See, mine, well, it'll make money in the back end, but my main focus is to build an email list through it.
Right.
And then have that list. That'll be my that'll be my revenue, or how I'm making money. Because I don't have retail space. I don't. Yeah, that's my old one.
Well, I don't have a retail space either. It's all, not
Well,
like
I don't have like stock or inventory because everything's custom.
Well, here's the thing. Another idea for you.
Okay.
In that every single business that's ever come to me in 23 years that has a physical product, I've always talked them into, or at least told them and showed them the way that they should have a digital aspect to their business, because it's 97% profit. And I know you do a lot of stuff yourself by hand, and you can still, I was surprised how many pieces you could turn out. But this is just something to think about. Teaching somebody what you do in the form of a digital course could be sold in any English-speaking country around the world and would make 50 times what you could possibly make doing it. So doing something is great, and I'm all for it, but also teaching others to do it can bring in massive amounts of money at 97% profit. And then if you ever get sick of doing what you're doing, or if you want to sell out the business to somebody else, you got all this money coming in from all these different directions. So even an ice cream store, they think, oh, we can only sell within 5 miles of our ice cream store. No, you could make a book on how to make ice cream cakes, an ebook, and sell it around the world. And then you could put it in different languages if you want to. So you got to think way bigger than, and I'm a small business person. I believe in small business. I'm not a corporate kind of guy, but still I sell all around 80 countries, and sitting here from my in my house. So that's what I want people to think about, is think way bigger with low risk, because digital stuff is very low risk.
No, I agree. And I will think about that. Okay, I promise.
It would be so easy for you. I mean, you already have all this expertise in your head and your hands and how to do it, but it's got to get in a saleable format other than just these beautiful things that you create. Did I show these to you? Look at this thing I got from this.
Those were fun. The little teeny tiny parts, though.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
try not to do tiny parts.
Well, let somebody else do it. Yeah.
Oops, hold on.
See, if it went ka-ching, that would be.
Yeah, right. No, it's Emily's school calling to tell me she was late for a class, I'm sure.
Uh-oh.
But that's so good. So, what else? What's a question that you wish people would ask you?
Well, a lot of people are reluctant to start because there's so many scams on the internet. There's so many people that, and they're really good copywriters. I mean, this is where you can write words and say words that make people want to buy. And so they spent all their time writing great copy, but pointing it towards inferior products. And I say the old thing is, you can pour sugar all day long on dog poop, but that does not make it candy. Okay, it's still going to be bad. So you got to be very careful who you deal with. Make sure there's a long track record, and even it's so easy to fake testimonials nowadays. You really need to get some corroboration from people that you're dealing with the real deal. And my students, I don't let them spend a nickel unless they ask me, because there's so many things hitting you all day long in the marketing arena, especially once you get into it, you start getting really buried with stuff. And it looks great, but like I said, I'm dull edge, and I say, oh, I saw that 8 years ago, and it was bad then, and it's still bad, so I saved them money from buying all that stuff. But it's tempting. There's so much stuff out there, and the tools that we do have are really powerful. So I'd say don't be afraid to do it, but just do it carefully. Guard your wallet, be careful who you're dealing with, but this can change your life. There's no ceiling to it. And it's one of the most rewarding things because the darn pandemic didn't affect me or any of my students because they're able to sell from home. They didn't have to quit their job to watch the kids. Apparently the kids are going to burst into flames if you put them in school. I don't know.
Yeah.
So this is a great field to be in. Just be smart about it and do it on the side as a side hustle for a while until it makes it too expensive for you to go to work anymore.
Yeah.
And then you'd say, take this job and shove it.
Love it. And screw the commute.
Screw that commute.
So what gift do you have for my guest today?
Well, I've been able to handle up to 150,000 email subscribers and 40,000 customers. Yeah, I have a team of people now, but I had that before I had the team of people. And I have an automation book to show you how the simple tools right in front of your face on your cell phone can really automate you. And there's a couple things it does for you. It knocks your workload down so you can get more work done in less time, but it allows you to ethically steal customers from competitors because you'll be able to get back to them lightning fast. And the first person that gets back to somebody usually gets the business. So if you, if you're lazy and you say, what cracks me up, I hear voicemails that say, we'll get back to you within 48 hours. I could be dead in 48 hours. You kidding me? That's crazy. My voicemail says, and this is good for everybody, check your voicemail. Mine says, I'll get back to you as soon as humanly possible. That's making the customer-centric focus, not like, I'll get back to you at my earliest convenience.
Right.
I'll knock you out. Shut up. I'm not going to do business with you. Your earliest convenience. I'm the one with the wallet that's going to give you money. So screw you. So all those little things add up to a better business and a long-term business that'll just change the course of your life. And a lot of the things we have going are like insurance policies, Kellen. Like I have one ebook that's sold as of this morning, $3.63 million. And every month it brings in between $4,000 and $15,000 a month. If I'm doing nothing, if I'm sick, I was in a hunting accident in the intensive care, money kept coming in. So these things that you can do online are kind of like an insurance policy to keep money coming in when life gets in the way.
Love that. So they go to that website, sign up.
Screwthecommute.com/automate free. They can opt in, and I don't spam people to death. I just give you lots of good stuff. And this book will change the course of your business life for sure. Absolutely.
Well, I hope everybody will take advantage of that. My friend Eric is here. He's wearing bedazzled pants. Thank you, Eric.
Oh, did you make them for him?
No. Yeah.
Oh, I thought pants that wow.
Exactly. Oh, I just love you.
Well, that seems like I figured that's why you said it.
No, he tries to make me snort online whenever I'm live.
If I had a whole pair of pants like this, me and Elton John would be just like this, right?
You'd be besties.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time today. You are amazing. You're brilliant. And I hope people will take advantage of your free offer and download that book. Thanks, Alan.
And then there's my buddy Alan. Get his books and products too, if you want to stay safe in this world. That's for sure.
So yeah, thank you. And I really appreciate it.
Eric says, bedazzled, wow in the butt.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you for being serious. I hope you guys all have a great day. Remember, if you like what you see here today, please feel free to share it. If you're watching this on the replay, let me know. Hit replay and share it. And tune in next week. I have the co-writer of Bringing Down Colada. It's going to be a great show. But not as great as today because Tom was here.
Yeah, you say
have
that
a great day, everybody. We'll
as
see
you
you
kick
next week.